YouTube, Damo_23 here, and welcome back to another episode of Leicester Reborn. In today's episode, we have got the quarterfinal of the Champions League, and I'm about to show you who we've got in that quarterfinal. However, it is the 31st of March. We have NXGN, and well, Velez has won NXGN. I think this was a foregone conclusion this year. As you can see, with Velez, 32 goals and 40 appearances for the league, for the club this year. The Colombian Lukaku is the winner and inside the top 10. He's the only one inside the top 10 here. Out of my Leicester players, we do have Velez, we have Luis, we have Nabel, we have Reyes, and Fuller gets in the top 41. It's always nice to see him in there. By the way, if you look at Fuller, already, I know the game is starting to tell his potential's coming back out. He's gone from, I love it when the game clicks away like that. He's gone from being 5-star, he came in and was 4-star like that, then 3.5-star, then apparently never going to develop. With game time this season, and look at how well-rounded he's becoming, he's going to be an amazing footballer. I have belief in that. And he does look good, and he has learnt how to play in the hole as well. Attacking midfielder on support, he looks very, very good, it has to be said. With that being said too, Luis obviously making the list as well. He's been developing quite well and playing minutes, and I think he's going to be very, very, very fantastic and long-term a centre-back for us. The Bell, who has finally scored for Saudi, is one of the guys that these guys haven't really seen. And Reyes is actually about to play in the league because we've got a game against Watford before we have the quarterfinal of the Champions League. Unfortunately, it's going to be quite a boring one. We got Manchester City, boring in terms of who we're playing. We got Man City, all well and fine. If we get through Man City, our semi-final will be against Liverpool United. So the joys of being able to play clubs from other nations doesn't apply to us in the Champions League. Apparently, we are just going to keep on playing teams that are not in the that are not outside of England. I will say, obviously, England being the strongest league, they should have a lot of teams in there. It'd just be nice to play other teams. Obviously, after what Liverpool done me last game out, I don't want to play Liverpool. I'd rather play Manchester United, but it'll be interesting to see what happens over two ties there. Obviously, that means we have to get past Manchester City, who are having a pretty good resurgent year, it has to be said. They've been pretty good. They haven't really lost too many games. They got past Arsenal. They got past Roma. They've lost once since Ancelotti's come back in, and that was against Brentford. They drew to us. Outside of that, they've been really, really good. But look, in short, the reason I'm here, Velez has had a fantastic year. He's been developing. He's looking good. He's getting up there in the world. He's getting quite well rounded. This kid's only 19. It'll be interesting to see what he's like when he is, of course, 24, 25 years of age, 6'7", wins NXGN. What a wonder kid. I'll see you guys for Manchester City. Here we go, boys. Away from home, Manchester City, Ancelotti's men, away from home at the Etihad. It is a massive game. Important game because, look, Tino Livramento, if we win this game, we'll stay and we're going to sign him to a long-term deal and he'll be here for life. Is kind of the plan for the save. But also because, look, if we make the semi-final again, it's our second semi-final in 3 years. It shows progression. If you look at the league, we have 2 games in hand with 2 points back from Liverpool. They just beat Leeds 2-0 to go back on top of the table. We, however, beat Watford 4-0 with 10 men. Played very well. Yaya, outrageously good in this game. I'm going to show you the goals here because a couple of his goals are magnifique. Unfortunately for us, Elise picked up a knock in this game and he's not going to be fit to play. So Yaya is going to play the first one. He's going to play this first leg. Ball over the top. Yaya heads to Velez. Velez ain't going to miss. Hopefully, Mr. I Win Next Gen and European Golden Boy, because he won it this year as well, wins this. Anyway, this goal here from Yaya is outrageous. Opens up his body, volleys cross keeper into the side netting. Such a great technical finish from the kid. And then, he scores again, I think, here with 10 men on the break. Great touch. What I love is that he opens up his body and side foots it past the keeper. It's a no-nonsense finish. It's one of those finishes which a lot of the time you see guys go and try and blast it near stick. Great finish there. And then with 10 men, we score one more. Silva taps home as well. The Mexican made it 4. So we look pretty good. But, Champions League-wise, obviously, Man City are Man City. This is the best they've looked in ages. I know they're only 6th in the league, but they were as low as 11th. So, and there is a world where they do finish in the 5th spot and get their coefficient, because of England's coefficient, they get into the Champions League next year. Look, for me, with Manchester City, it's interesting to see what we can do. Now, Man City finished 3rd last year, it has to be said, so they had a decent year. Let's go have a look how they've got here. They're a very good side. Now, in the league phase, Manchester City finished in 14th, played 8, won 4 against Nice, Midtjylland, Feyenoord and Salzburg, drew against Porto, lost to Napoli, Juve and PSG, we just knocked out. If you look at their recent fixtures, how they got through, they obviously knocked out Arsenal here in the round of 16 to get through to play us. So, yeah, it'll be interesting to see what we can do. I think if we can keep this game tight, bring it to home, we might be all right. Now, Lise is out. He won't be playing. His fitness test has passed, not fit, but I don't think he's going to last. I'm actually going to move Hassan out to that side. I'm actually going to bring in Yaya. Important to note, we've got Scott injured, Rooney injured, Lynch is on loan, Fuller, Reyes is unregistered, Fuller's gone because they played in the under-23s today as well. I want to speak about Nekataris Stavru as well. Don't know why it's like that. Interesting. He's been developing out of this world. If you go to loan list, and there he is there. Have a look at him there. 2.5 star. He's developed that well this season out on loan. It's been fantastic. The reason why we loaned him out was like, if he's going to hit his potential, he needs to play. He's having a very good time at Hearts. Have a very good facility. I am tempted to loan him straight back out again next year. He could be usable, but I think one more year, get these stats a bit more to 13s and 14s, then get him into the first team at 20, 21. I think this kid is going to be fantastic. I just wanted to mention him because he's been outrageously good as well. With that being said, let's get into the team. It's Melier, Livramento, Tamori, Marshall, Thomas, Lavia, Taram. Asan goes to the other side, can play that role. Smith roll in the hole. Yaya comes to the left because of the form he's in, and Velez up front because, well, it's Velez. Why wouldn't you? Away we go. We don't have a full strength bench, unfortunately, as well, but it is what it is. Let's go see how they are lining up here, Manchester City. Edison and Joe Mario, Ruben Diaz, Laporte and Gaia. Probably people want to see how they look. Joe Mario is a very weird fullback, but very good at what he does. Diaz, Laporte and Gaia. Rodri in the hole with Betancourt. Dejan Kulusevski going down a line, interesting, into the middle of the park, with Bernardo Silva moving into his role with Foden and Haaland. Bit of an interesting move, that one. On the bench, they've still got Stones, still got Rico Lewis, still got Alvarez, obviously, as well. So, yeah, pretty good team. Pretty good Manchester City squad. This is not going to be an easy game. Yet again, like I said against PSG, one of the hardest ties you can get in the Champions League on paper. And if we can bring the game, this game can be close, and we can bring a close game to the King Power, which is now called the Leicester City Stadium because they've expanded it for whatever reason. But yeah, look, I just think that we can win this game of football as long as we play our best. But I really think if this game is tight, we can go to the King Power and win. That is something that I think could happen. Now, Haaland's in. He doesn't miss many, but he is going to score that one, and that's his 42nd of the year. You think Velez is having a good time of it. Haaland scores. It's 1-0 Manchester City. Yeah, they're back to their best. I expect City to fight for the title next year, so that's why I really want to hold on this season with what we're doing. Anyway, Bernardo with a ball over the top, finds Haaland. Haaland now with a little dink over the top, and we're 1-0 down very early doors. Yaya, though, whips one back stick, marshals him in the header, falls back to Yaya, heads towards Velez, he heads just wide. Might have been a Sun, actually. Anyway, still 1-0 down. City, with their one moment, did score. I think if it was to finish 1-0 or, lose by a goal like 2-1, I would take it because I expect us to win the second leg. I know City are good, obviously. But yeah, anything more than that, and I think we're in trouble. Haaland heads and Melier claims. City starting well. Having a little bit more of the ball, though, which is interesting. Livramento finds Foden, looks inside there to Rodrigo. Dejan Kulusevski looking over the top. Thomas heads away, but only as far as Joe Mario. This game has a bit of a feel of City dominance, doesn't it? Deflected to Haaland. Wow, Marshall does well. San now. Livramento. Taram. Jose Marshall. Can we build from the back here? Lavia. Taram. Hassan presents at feet. Finds him. Inside. Looks to... I think it was meant for Velez, and he underhit it massively. Ball towards Thomas. Well won. Yaya now. He needs a runner. Lavia to Smith Rowe, Asan doesn't get there again. We give the ball away again to Man City. Good tackle, falls to Foden. It's going to be a City highlight, isn't it? Foden hits one well over the bar. The movement in the highlight was good. Our final ball was horrid. Yaya's too far out to score. He's got a good free kick, but that's going to be wide and high. 1-0 down. 38 minutes played. City with their own highlight now. And Gaia can either shoot or cross. He crosses. Tamori heads only as far as Rodri. Tamori doesn't win. Numbers queuing for this cross. He goes for goal. Melier saves superbly well. Great save from Melier. City been the better of the two sides in terms of the clinicalness of themselves in the highlight. In terms of their passes are linking. They look dangerous every time. On paper, it's been an even game. But every time we've had the ball in the highlights, we have been turning it over. We say this as Yaya goes on the break. He has Velez in the hole who he should play. He doesn't. Gets to the byline. Ruben Diaz brings him down. I think Yaya's gone looking for that, but I think this could be a penalty, boys. 39th minute played. Yaya's done so well, the Frenchman. We're worried at the start of his, last year on loan, he was a bit meh. Start of this year, he was not particularly great, but the second half of the year has been fantastic. He did well. He feinted in towards the defender, went looking for it, found the pen. It is what it is. We have got Hassan taking the penalty against Edison, and he finds the bottom bin. And through a great piece of play from Yaya to win the pen, Hassan slots in the absence of Elise to make it 1-1. And we'll take that every day. Very, very lucky, you would have to say. Very, very lucky. But a great piece of skill from Yaya. On the basis of the stats, it's been an even half. Unfortunately for us, there's a highlight here in this Laporte, and conceding right now to City at halftime would be detrimental, would be huge. Benacourt with a ball into Foden. Good tackle. Wow, of course it does. Thank God Haaland missed. Great tackle, and it hit Foden and fell back into his path. Thank Christ that hasn't gone in. Doing well, boys, is what I am going to say. I don't think we played particularly great, but the stats why I say that we deserve to be at 1-1, so it is what it is. Yaya's going to look for Velez, because of course it is. Tomori is actually the one that flicks on there. Velez looking to get onto the second one to flick over the keeper. Didn't happen. Foden on the break. Having a pretty good game of it is Foden. Haaland. Rodri. Laporte. City just look really good under Ancelotti. They haven't looked particularly great since sacking Pep, but they look good here. Anyway, we win the ball back. Smith Rowe now. Needs options. He goes himself. He goes towards the line. Probably had to turn around and play another person. He went and tried to drive like he was Yaya. He's not that sort of player as Smith Rowe. He's the creator. Livramento won't get on that. Foden's got Haaland queuing. Haaland's missed another big chance. Haaland's squandering chances. He doesn't usually. Haaland really, by his standards, should have a hat-trick right now. As things stand, he doesn't. 60 minutes played. It is 1-1. Man City, I would say, probably have had slightly the better of the game. But it's been even. It's been close. Dejan Kulusevski dropping in. He's actually played really well as a midfielder, which has surprised me. Oh, Haaland's in. This is interesting. Thomas does so well. Haaland is destroying us at the moment, but he's missing chances everywhere. Benacourt, Joe Mario, over the top looking for Haaland. Tomori heads. Can we get this ball away? Well done, Thomas. The head to Meslier. That's going to be the highlight. Haaland has missed a lot up front. Not going to make too many changes here early. I think this is the sort of game you let this game tick away, you make them late. Meslier looking for Lavia. Finds Thuram. Drives inside. That's a poor ball to Thomas. I don't know who that was for, Thuram. That was really poor from the captain. Foden now. We have not been anywhere near him in a pressing situation here. Joe Mario looking for... If they give this a red card, this is ridiculous. Yet again, Football Manager throwing its big dick around to say, nah, you're playing a big game in the Champions League, you're getting a red card. Thomas wins the ball, tackles it out of play. Yellow card, second yellow card, and all she wrote. Smith Rowe into here. That is going to be Sam Carter in as an inverted wingback there on support. Livramento is going to go on support as well. We are going to go fairly wide with a bit more directness and like this on cautious. Think we are going to change the system here. Don't look for the overlap. Don't play out from defence. Don't run the ball into bot. Play for a set piece. I'm going to go along and over the top. I'm going to hold our shape. We're going to regroup. We are going to step off, get stuck in, can stay on, don't distribute, and don't force inside. Trap outside. I think that's what we're going to do. We've got to go into something like that. I think we've got to really waste time. If we lose from here 2-1, that's okay. If it's 3-1, it's game over. 2-1, whatever. Velez is going to stay out there. Son's going to come in for Thuram. I'm going to go deep line playmaker support with a ball-winning midfielder. I might actually get the booking off in Lavia. And I'm actually going to go Yaya in there. And I'm actually going to go a little bit asymmetrical. I'm going to go Velez as a complete forward on attack. And I'm actually going to get Silva on the last man. That's what I am going to do. Livramento's still going to go forward, I feel, to give width down there. Get him to come wider to help spread play as well. Focus play down the left because we'll have a winger down the left. I think we're going to go something like that. Highlight from the resulting free kick. This would be a very annoying one to concede from this. Gaya, Rodri, shoots, Melier, good hands. I was going to say that would be an insult to injury. Not a free kick, not a red card highlight. You know, in real life, that's just a throw-in. But instead, here we are. Melier world class, and in the end, it falls to Melier's hands. Melier with 2 fantastic saves in that highlight. Now, for me, it's all about just play your moments, off you go. Jose Gaya, ball in back stick. Headed into the bar. Motta puts it in. Of all the ways to concede, a fucking set piece, corner. 2-1 down. 2-1 down here. Manchester City having its moments. Time ticks away. If it finishes 2-1, it finishes 2-1. Look, out of... I'll give it to me. 1-1 highlight. Score 2-2 out of nothing. Carter goes on a run. Oh, imagine if Velez put his head on that. It would have been outrageous. It's probably your highlight here. Look, to lose 2-1 there, going down to 10 men, not bad. It means Thomas is out for the second leg. So be it. Never a red card. You know, at what point does he lose the ball? At what point does he not win the ball here? Look, he wins the ball, clearly, because the ball goes... Look how far the ball goes to the left. In saying that, it's just ridiculous. Of all the ways for a red card. Always happens. Real Madrid, semi-final Champions League, 2 years ago. Red card in the first leg and the second leg. Weren't good enough today is what we are going to say. But look, the game isn't over. That's all I have to say. The tie isn't over. Got West Ham in the middle of this, and then we've got a big game here against Manchester City at home. We're 2-1 down. As long as we win the tie, we'll at least bring it to extra time. If we go out there and blitz them, it would be huge as well. I'll see you guys in a second for the second leg. Here we are, YouTube. Second leg at home against Ancelotti's Manchester City. We need to come back here. Of course we do. We did, however, get a win in the midweek game. Fully rotated, full of scoring. Smith Rowe getting the winner late doors. We did play okay. The rotated side did what they had to do to get a result there. We are, of course, 8 points clear now with a game in hand. Liverpool did beat United in a replay of last year's final 3 years ago, which they lost in a shootout. For us, it'd be interesting to see what they do. They want me to go the other way around, Livramento and Carter. I'm probably going to, just to let Carter play in his best position. Elise, not 100%. We gave him minutes off the last game out just to see how he went. Look, he's going to have to play because it is what it is. It's just the wrong time for this game. You know, we've got under 21 guys that aren't fit. We've got a lot of injuries, so we can't really rotate as much. And our underperformance in the XG is awful in the league, and it has been awful in the Champions League. If it wasn't for the red card, you don't know what would have happened, obviously, in that second leg. In that first leg, I have to say I did get a warning from the UEFA because I went off in the press conference. They look like they've had a pretty good side. Antonio Silva's come in at centre-back, so there's one change. And Mulder's gone into there, Cajon on the left, Foden on the left, Dejan on the right, Haaland in there as well. So a couple of people have come out there, Ruben Diaz most notably. Let's go see what we can do here against City. Look, let's see what we can do. It's a big game. It's a big moment. I feel like we have to start well. We need an early goal. If we get an early goal, we're all right. We generally play well against City away from home, but this is the best at home. This is the best City side I have been since probably like season 1. Even last year, they weren't particularly great in both games that we played in. Gattuso obviously didn't have the best of the year, got the sack, and now Ancelotti's in charge. But yeah, highlight from kickoff. We're building out from the back. Good ball to Elise. Needs a runner. Velez is with him. Smith Rowe's there. Edison with a world-class save. Smith Rowe has to score that. And that's going to be the difference. It's another underperformance of the XG. Like, that should be a goal. That has to be one and done. That is one-on-one, think the keeper, put it past him, off you go, instead of hit it straight at his gut. Unfortunate. 2-1, still, big miss. Good start from us, but big miss. Tamori to run. It's all about how quiet we can keep Haaland. Elise nearly runs into the press. Carter now. Ball inside. No? Alright, Tamori has to turn out. Finds Carter into Elise. Finds to run. Finds Smith Rowe. Carter, go. Here we go. Whip it. Cuts it. Velez. Oh my word, Edison. Edison in real life doesn't know how to make a save. As you've seen last year in the Premier League, they conceded every shot on target, basically. Edison saves that and punches away as well. World-class save from Edison. Velez should have put us 1-0 up. We have dominated the first 17 minutes here, and it is still 2-1. Yet for City to have a shot, 0.1 1 XG now, 5 shots, 4 on target. There's the difference. The difference is Haaland will get one chance, he will score because it's Haaland. At the moment, we're being a little bit FM'd. 8 shots, 6 on target. We have dominated. I encourage the team here with not long left to go before the half to try and find one. Haaland, Moda, Rodri. Imagine if they score after our domination. Thuram wins. Elise now can drive. Need an overlapping one here. Carter's on there. Hassan's in the box. Hassan. Oh, how does that come out? Velez onside? Please be onside. Okay, thank Christ. Inside of the post, and somehow the ball comes out. Thankfully, Velez is there to tap in. We are back on level peggings. How has Hassan's effort come out, not gone in? Physics, please. Under of the bar, inside of the post, and it comes out. Sure. But Velez scores. It is 1-0. It's 2-2. Elise looks dead, but he's going to have to stay out there for as long as he can. It's a very good first half, boys. A great first half. Start the second half. We've got it back to level pegging. We've been the better team. And as things stand, momentum's with us. Lavia. Thuram. Elise presents at feet. Good touch inside. Looks for Velez. Ain't going to find him with that ball. Falls to Carter, the youngster. Great ball to Smith Rowe. Options the cutter. He dinks the keeper. What a finish from Smith Rowe. We lead 2-0, 3-2. Scored a couple goals either side of half time, and we are now in the driving seat. Cleared away. Well done by Carter. Good ball to Smith Rowe. Has to look, for me, he has to cut it here to Velez, and he taps it in. Instead, he stands up, stands Edison up, and dinks him and puts some outside swerve on it so it goes into the back of the net. A great finish from Smith Rowe, and we lead 3-2. Elise is cooked. We're going to get him off in a second. Tamori, we've been dominant. In Thuram. This would be a great one to get another one. Elise's everywhere at the moment. Ball to Smith Rowe was ambitious. Didn't need to play it. Should have been into Elise's feet. Jose Gaya. Into Bernardo. We look to press. Of course we do. We've been the better team. Lavia wins. Good ball out to Carter. He's played well. Elise is made a run. Smith Rowe. Poor touch. Poor ball though. Hassan doesn't find Velez. City have coughed the ball up a lot. But one moment for City in a goal and it's level. Edison goes long. Tamori heads. Lavia. We're all over him at the moment. Thuram now. Good ball into Elise. Needs a runner. Thuram. Velez looked offside. Great touch. Great finish. I think he's off, unfortunately. Would have been a great goal. Great touch and volley. But I think, unfortunately, Velez is offside here. It's not going to be 4-2. It's not going to be 3-0. It is going to be still 2. Just offside. If he was played a bit earlier, then yeah. Great control and great volley, has to be said. Another highlight. I want to get Elise off, but there's a highlight every time I go to press the pause button. Bernardo, Dejan Kulusevski, Antonio, Bernardo. Edison, Antonio, Rodri, Bernardo, Kulusevski. Good ball. Foden. Haaland's lurking. Big moments. Carter doesn't win. Haaland. This is what I mean. They've done absolutely nothing, Manchester City, and bang, one moment, one goal. Far out. The Champions League is just not being kind to us at all. City get one moment, it's 3-3. Wow, we. 3 shots, 2 on target, there's a goal. 11 shots, 8. Here's what it is. I'm going to bring Silver in just in case we have to go 4-4-2. It is a very easy switch out. I'm also going to leave the rest of the team out there. They're playing quite well. Silver, though, with the pace. Everyone else stay out there. Livermento's not having the best of game out on the other side. We've absolutely dominated. Smith Rowe. Whips one in there. We don't win a header. Bernardo. Imagine if they hit us on the break from our own corner. Bernardo's still going. I don't like that. Because San does well. Silva will get there. No, he won't. Gaya gets the crunching tackle. Poor from Silva. Wins it back, though. Good fight from the Mexican. Tamori. Lavia. Jose Marsha. We've been the better team. But it is 3-3. It's 2-1 on the night. Livramento. Goes on a run. Ball inside to Hassan. Ball over the top looking for Velez. It's overcooked. 69 minutes played. Edison thumps one looking for Haaland and Dejan Kulusevski. Marshall will win that. Sun turns out. Ball goes towards Silva. Secondary press won by Thuram. Carter's the option. Carter, ball in. Velez, come on. That's onside that time. That's 3-1. It's 4-3. Let's go, baby. Let's go. Great ball in from Carter, the youngster. Velez in the right spot. Non-preferred. Good technical volley. As things stand, we're through. City have done not much. City have done not much. I think we're going to go and get a wing back on support on that side. Lovey is dead. Drewsbury Hall is going to come in. I think Linus is going to come in for Thuram as well. Like for like in the middle of the park. Defensive midfield on support. Deeper line playmaker on support. I think that's fine. Smith Rowe looks dead. I'm going to leave that though. Throw in. Don't know if this is because I'm making changes or whatever. 75th minute. Couple changes in the middle of the park. A goal for us would be huge. Carter. Gaia heads away. Should beat Linus's. Does well. Smith Rowe. Gets in the box. Hits. It's Smith Rowe. It's 4-1. With that being said, we switch into the 4-3-3 now. We have to switch into 4-3-3 now. We go like that. That is perfectly fine, boys. That is perfectly fine. That is awesome. 4-3-3. Waste that time. Invert a wing back on support. We'll wing back on support, please. That is superb. Smith Rowe's dead. Kane Fuller's going to come in. Son's actually going to go into there. No, he won't. Fuller comes into there. That's a bit of a weird change. Maybe we won't. I don't really have another midfielder though. So yeah, just do that. Just do that. 77 minutes played. City score from this. That is a great foul from Linus. That is superb. And somehow gets away with a booking. Very smart from the German youngster. Here we go. City need 2 goals. We move to a defensive system. They've only had 3 shots. I'm going to put 2 on target all day. If they come back and score 2 goals from here, it'd be one of the biggest FMings of all time. Alvarez, Motta, Alvarez, stand him up, big switch. Looks for Rodrigo, Calvin Phillips of all people. Towards Dejan, what a save from Meslier, wow. Was a great move. Meslier at full strength down to his right, went at his feet. What a world-class save from the Frenchman. Because that would have made things nervy. Headed away by Linus. Calvin Phillips flicks back in there. Rodri heads straight towards Meslier though. We need to get through the next one. Next highlight comes around. We need to get through it. 5 minutes at a time. This is just a time-wasting change. Sun. Apparently we do not have any more substitutions, so never mind. Okay, I think we did, but all good. We'll take that away. City are going to need a goal now. City are going to need the goal now from this highlight. Or else this is all she wrote. Stones. Out the other side. Rodrigo. Dejan. Picked up by Livramento. Jose Marcha. Fuller, the Australian. Finds the ball to Hassan. Son on the run. To kill it off. Puts it over the bar. But knowing that that wasn't a City highlight, that's all she wrote. We are through to the semi-final of the Champions League for the second time in 3 seasons. City were 2-1 up coming into it. We've beaten them 4-1. 3 goals expected. We've scored 4. We're 5-3 winners. We are through to the semi-final of the Champions League yet again. And it's Manchester United who we're going to play, who held on in a penalty shootout to beat Liverpool, which is great for us because Man United are definitely a team I want to play more than Liverpool at the moment, considering what Liverpool have done to us. It is going to be Manchester United in the Champions League. That is going to be your next game, ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, that you guys are going to see next episode. We're back in the semi-final, looking to make the big dance. Will we? I don't know, but we've got a good chance, and I'll see you guys then. Thank you, and goodbye.